Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey if you're new. Today's video I'm going to be talking all about the PLouise bases. If you've watched my channel recently, you'll know that I am planning on getting eyelid surgery to, well, hopefully rid me of my hooded eyelids. But I do understand that there are a lot of people out there with hooded eyelids, and there is a multitude of ways to be able to adapt eyeshadow looks to be able to cater to your hooded eyes. I want to do lots of different looks that maybe I would have looked at in the past, maybe other people with hooded eyes look at and go, I could never do that because my eyes are hooded. So I actually started recreating PLouise makeup looks that look like you need a massive amount of real estate on your eyes to recreate, but you don't really. I mean, there are some bits that you do slightly differently because it needs to flatter your eye shape a little bit more, but I want to show that you can do it, and I'm going to stop rambling now. They've actually got a really fantastic deal on. I really hope that it's still on when I'm doing this video. I'll link it in the description box below if it is, but they are doing £245 worth of product for £100, and that basically, I mean, you're saving £145. It's a bit ridiculous. You're getting 10 of each of the paints and the coloured bases. So this is the big box that it came in. I think I need to figure out the best way to swatch these. What I'll probably do is I'll overlay the swatches of these just to give you an idea of what they'll look like on my arm, what the different formulas look like, because obviously we have the Acid Rain. These are the collaboration with Mitchell. And then we have the PLouise paints. Now I think these were born from these. And then we have the original basic bases. So I already had the colourful ones. These ones are the brights. I have the Acid Rain in blank canvas. I love it. Yeah, I got 10 of each and I'll go through them quickly. So this one is Green with Envy. Then we have OTT Orange. We have Pretty in Pink, Cute in Coral, Vivid Violet, Summer Blues, Yummy Yellow, Touch of Frost, Hint of Mint, and Rude Boy Red. Paints, I have a blank canvas, which is a double. So this one's a fresh ink, and it's called Feed Black. An Acid Rain in Ibiza, a paint in Must Be the Money, another Acid Rain in Ecstasy, another Acid Rain in Raver, a crisp finish in Flamin' Firecracker, another crisp finish in Salty AF, and the same again in Sweet and Sour. And then last but not least, we have a PLouise paint in Down to Earth, and that one's sort of like a brownie colour. So I'll have put in the swatches of them next to one another. But I figured instead of just kind of like showing you this, telling you about the amazing deal that they've got going on, and that be that, I figured that we could actually create a look today. I don't know if it will pick up on camera, but I have just like literally 2 days ago had my nose pierced. I love it so far. So far it doesn't hurt. I've got my forward helix done as well, or one of what will be maybe 2, possibly 3, but it's got a really big bar in it just now to compensate for swelling, so just in case you see that, I'm going to try not to hit it, but I'm going to keep foundation well away from my nose, so I might have like a patch there with no foundation on it, so just don't mind that. Okay, so I actually went off camera and done one eye, so we're going to recreate that over here. I'm going to talk you through a couple of the steps, just because when I started it just wasn't looking like how I wanted it to look, and I really needed to take my time and figure out what the heck I wanted to do. Starting off with blank canvas, you can use that to sort of start carving out your brow as well. Okay, so we're going to take a little brush like this, and I'm going to take my first colour. So I went for purple and sort of a bluey greeny. Don't worry about the bottom half of this, it's only the top that we need to worry about. So you want to take, if you're struggling, you don't have to do this, but you can take a little brush with some Vaseline on it and just sort of like go over. You're not cutting the line here, you're just sort of like popping it on. Face wipe and pop your nail or the back of the tweezers or your spatula inside. I put the wrong end of the spatula in. As long as it's something that's like relatively thin, and it just will mark out that line, especially if you've got quite a lot of like skin. You can see how much my eyelid is actually moving. I'm just getting that line and then curving away from it. Yeah. So it still needs to be cleaned up. So we're going to take a little brush and I want to use that to sharpen that line. Don't worry if this takes you a really long time. It takes a long time to get used to doing. There you go, see I just messed that part up because I was trying to talk at the same time. Smooth over that. And then go back in and line it where I wanted to. Okay, so then we're going to work on this second line here. So what I did was, you can use the bases here, but to be honest, it's easier working with shadows. So I tend to save the bases for this bottom portion here. So we're going to go in with another small brush. You want to leave like a very, very, very small margin. Like that. Okay, so then what I did was, I worked on this sort of inner corner here. I just took this little brush and the light purple and worked it in this corner here. You can always go back and tweak things later. So I'm using the colour Ecstasy. So I'm just going to look at my mirror, which is slightly below me, and I'm just going to work on this shape. And I guess maybe the best bit of advice is don't try and get everything completely and absolutely and totally symmetrical, because it's never going to happen. Basically what I did was I actually mixed up a new colour. To get a really nice blend, you can just use your finger. Then I'm going in with Touch of Frost, which is the lightest blue, or the lightest blue that I have. And that is going in here. I'm taking the Blue Blood palette and I'm taking the darkest colour in it, which is Undertaker. So I just dab it. That's more of the shade I want. Blue Blood. I'm going over the one right next to it. And then for the lightest shade, I'm going to use Flat Earth, which is in the Mini Controversy, not Conspiracy. Ending is just about going back and forth and back and forth. Now this outer corner drove me insane trying to figure out how to do it and what to do. So we're going to take the purple off sort of like a little triangle. So I accidentally dipped in the wrong shade there, but it's fine. Here is like one of the last bits that we have to do the cut on. So what I did was just kept my finger there and pulled that back. And I'm going to take the number 1 base again. I just took it on a bigger brush because at this point I'm running out of clean brushes. And from my kind of outer corner up, got the shape. You can take that tissue again. I know on that side it looks blended, but and just blend the edge to make it look a wee bit more like you haven't just done that. Okay, so I am done. Thank God for that. Okay, this takes such a long time, so it's finally finished. But one thing I will say is having the bases made my life so much easier. I really like the way that the look turned out. It's a little bit shaky here and there, but I'm just trying to get to grips with using the bases. I really, really, really like the paints. These ones aren't, they're a wee bit more sheer, but if you set them, and I set these anyway, especially with being hooded, it doesn't make too much of a difference. It's good for getting like the colours down in the initial blend and making sure that it's really sharp and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I really like it. And then obviously you saw how I created this look. It took me forever. I kept on changing my mind about things, but we got there in the end. And yeah, I think if you want to do looks like this, these are definitely like good products to have. They totally help. I mean, if they've still got the offer on, I would get your butt over there and grab it while you can. I know £100 seems a lot of money, but when you consider that buying 10 of them, well, that's £140. These are like £14 each. I'll put it on the screen, and these are £10 each. So if you bought 10 of these, that's £100. You're getting 10 plus you're getting 10 of these. So you're basically buying 10 of these and getting 10 of these for free. You can't really, if you're somebody who's going to buy any amount of these, I would definitely go for it. The colours you get are really nice. You get a good range of colours. Like I say, you can mix them together, you can deepen them, you can lighten them, stuff like that. I'm going to play around with that a little bit more. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Obviously, if you liked this video, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more videos using these products, let me know and I'll definitely do that. I will be anyway. And I think that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.